joining the party. Now, I became friends with this next guest, Carol Adubato, after she was cast in my show, There Was No Place Like Home, where she played an aging Jewish mother in one playlet, and then she played a haggard, weary-worn Glinda the Good Witch in a post-apocalyptic Munchkin land. I first saw her, though, in Bus Stop at Theater Downtown, where she played the cafe owner, and she's just wonderful. She was also in Psycho Beach Party and Divine Sister at Theater Downtown. And she was in Scott Browning's production of 1957, Wind Up 1957 at Starlight Room at Savoy. And she was in Steel Magnolias this season at CFC Arts and last year's Fringe Productions of Candles in the Dark. And she was most recently on stage at a place called the Shoestring Theater in some town you need a visa to get to up the I-4 corridor there, where she was in Vanya, Sanya, Masha, and Spike. And to top it all off, she does stand-up comedy on the side. Please welcome my very dear friend, Carol Adubato.
Hello.
Thank you. Well, welcome to our happy hour. We've started without you boys.
We started without you too, right on.
Look at the name of this wine. Can you see it? It's Mezza Corona.
Oh.
Mezza Corona.
So you'll be getting the virus soon, right?
It's special.
The virus. Yep.
Well, how is life in the shelter in place? How has it interrupted your life?
Well, let me see now. You know, my husband, we've been together since 1983. So that's like another century ago. And he is used to glad-handing everyone, shaking hands, hugging, kissing women, and close talking, and talking basketball. And now he can't do any of that.
Hang on, Carol. Because a lot of people don't know. Carol is the wife of Richie Adubato, who has quite a resume in the NBA. He coached for the New York Knicks, is that correct?
Yes.
As well as the Orlando Magic.
Wow.
And currently, and for some years now, he has been doing the live color commentary of the Orlando Magic games on CBS Radio nationally. And then locally, he's got a radio show where he talks endlessly about basketball. And I love him. He's a very sweet man. And every time I'm around him, God bless him, no matter how much I tell him afterwards, I don't understand a fucking thing you just said. All he does is talk to me about basketball. Yeah. So we need that history before you go.
So
the most you've ever talked about.
So one of my favorite all-time theater stories was seeing you in one of the shows at Theater Downtown, and at intermission, I was crossing to use the restroom, and I could have sworn I walked past the former head coach of the Orlando Magic, Richie Adubato, and I'm like, look, I did a double take, and then I said, oh, and I acknowledged him, and we had a little conversation. He said it was the first time it's ever happened in a theater.
Yeah, right. Which is why your gay card is questionable. Right?
Yeah, I know. They took it away. Yeah.
And that made the whole evening for him, because you were the first theater person that recognized him as a sports person. Yep. And so, he was happy then. He's only happy when you're talking basketball.
Right. So the point of the thing is apparently this is the man who has no realm of anything outside of the NBA. So what's it like being sequestered with him?
It's beyond horrible. Look up horrible in the dictionary, and that should have my picture, and that definition is beyond anything that you can imagine, because he has no hobbies. He doesn't play tennis. He doesn't play golf. He doesn't read probably at all, but doesn't read any books. It's pretty awful. And so he's a caged animal on a good day. So you can only imagine what it's like now. You can't. So we start every day at 12 a.m. or maybe 12:30, 12:30.
p.m. Right.
Because then the day goes by faster. So we get up late. We start every day with a cup of coffee and a screaming match over God only knows what. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you, for instance, yesterday's screaming match was about dental floss, okay? Now, he wanted me to get dental loss at the store. So I said to him, you know, we only go out once every 2 weeks for safety reasons. That's it. So I had Plackers, okay? I had Glide, and I had Colgate. 3 different choices. Well, none of them were good enough for him. No. He needs the pick. He needs the pick, the little stick pick. So I just took a fucking toothpick and said, here, take the fucking... Not bother me, okay? I'm not going out. Now, the day before that, we had our screaming match. It was about Gatorade. Okay? There's Gatorade. There's a 0 Gatorade. There's a 2. There's an 8. There's a, I don't know. I don't drink it. He did a combination of 0 and 2, whatever, with because it's less sugar. And I said, fucking put it in a glass and add water, and then that will make it diet. Okay, it's sugar-free. Do not bother me. I'm not going out for Gatorade when I have Gatorade. So you know, we're just. Oh, it's just it's not good. It's not good.
What are you doing for dinners? What are you doing for food?
I cook, and so I'm like a gourmet cook. So every night it's a different. It's Japanese, it's Chinese, it's Italian. I'm trying to, you know, satiate my man here, and so. You know, after all this time, the younger people that are being sequestered, the newlywed, that's a whole different story because they can run around and hide and chase each other. It's really cute. And possibly in 9 months from now, an adorable baby will come out of it. When you've been with someone since 1983, I'm not putting my stiletto heels on and saying, chase me, chase me, chase me. I did that for many, many years. So it's difficult. So
there's an age difference, correct?
Well, yes, there is. We're not going to get into it. He's closer to 100 than I am. And so that's why I'm the one that puts themselves in harm's way to go food shopping, because he can't. If he got this virus, it would be lights out, I think, you know. So anyway, it's just... it is very, very daunting, and I had to take the car keys away from him because I can't allow him to go out. You know, in normal times. In normal times, if I say to him, "Go get turkey breast and cheese," he would come back with eggs, and I would say, "No, you need to go back again and get me the turkey breast and the cheese." And so he would then make 3 more trips to do this. And so that's what he's used to. Now he can't do this. So I had to take the keys away because I thought he's going to go, he goes to Winn-Dixie, he goes to Publix. He'll spend 4 hours at Starbucks. If someone comes over and says, hello, how are you doing? 4 hours later, their ears are falling off and he's still talking basketball. So this is a very tough time. Now, I know I'm not going to get any sympathy from anybody because we live in a lovely home in the hinterlands of Lake Mary. I have a pool, I have a little spa, a little hot tub and a sauna. You can walk around, beautiful flowers. I'm picking them, you know, in days gone by, I would buy flowers each week. Now I just pick my own from my garden, put them out, and I'm happy. It doesn't take much to make me happy. He is really struggling. But I you know, no one's going to feel sorry for me. So,
well,
and I don't.
Do you have any tips that you can offer? So now that you've been through this, do you have any tips that you can offer our listeners for how they could relieve stress while sequestering at home?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm swimming, and I keep saying that, you know, when this is all over, I've got very solid fat. And I'm going to be in like a 3X when this is all done and, you know, said and done. I'll be in a 3X dress, and I'll be corrected. And that's the way it is. I'll give you some tips on what you don't need, ladies. This is one thing you're not going to need unless you're really wed. You do not need to shave. Don't shave any part of your body. Why? Who's looking at you? You don't need makeup. You don't need, you're saving on makeup. Forget about it. You don't need that. This tweezer, any gnarly hairs, forget about them. You're wearing a mask. You don't need it. You're going to save on makeup and everything. Scissors, if you have like, you know, like a little thing that you got to snip, no snipping. Just put the mask on and call it a day. Now, what you really need is, if you can see this, this product is L'Oreal, and it is roof cover up. So ladies and men, because I'm doing his hair, you just shake the shit out of this, you just spray it up there, and it hides a multitude of sins. I swear, it's really, really good. So you do that, you wear your mask, and here's the other thing, what I'm doing to keep myself sane, I found I'm a bit of a hoarder. You know that. I don't know if you know that, Michael, but I'm a bit of a hoarder. Not a shit hoarder. Like
but not crap piled up. You just save things.
Yeah. But like papers, from long ago, magazines, different things. So I've unearthed from 1999 magazines, People magazine with Madonna when she was married to Carlos Leon and she just had Lourdes. And I find tremendous satisfaction and fun reading this from 21 years ago, saying to myself, how did that work out for you, Madonna? You're not with him anymore. Then I've got like Julia Roberts. Here's Julia Roberts when she was with Benjamin Bratt. How many? 21 years ago. 21. So I read these magazines. It just lifts my spirits because I think you're not with him. This was your love. This was the love of your life. Your soulmate. How did that work out for you, Julia Roberts? So this is what I'm doing. From 1999, 21 years old, it looks like fucking brand new, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
brand new thing. So this is how I get my jollies. Also, I'm naturally a happy person. I love myself. I mean, people, the younger generation, well, you know that. The younger generation, they have a hard time liking themselves, loving themselves, looking in the mirror, saying you're good enough, you're talented enough, come on now. I've never had that problem. Not to be sickening, but I enjoy my own company. So if I'm walking around the house, I make myself laugh. I laugh and I go, you're adorable, you're right. So I'm not having a hard time. I'm OCD anyway, so all the hand washing and all the hygiene, I do that anyway. So I spray Lysol. I'll spray you with Lysol. I mean, I just Lysol everything. So it's not a problem for me. The husband, he's going to be the death of us all, and I hope not. And I say,
Go to the grocery store.
Well, here's what I say. It may not be the coronavirus that kills us, and that's it. It may be a pillow to the face. I don't know. I've told too many people this already. So
on that lovely self-incriminating note, should he show up dead tomorrow morning, what final words would you like to offer our listeners?
Well, I would like to say these are horrible times. I mean, these are very strange times that none of us have ever witnessed. I would say that if you're having a hard time, unlike me, I mean, I'm having a hard time with the husband, but mentally, I'm fine. But for a lot of our theater community, especially, everyone's very sensitive. It's tough. Please reach out to your friends on Facebook. Reach out to me. I will try and cheer you up. I will talk you through. You're not alone. I mean, everybody, we're all in this together. And so everyone is feeling the crunch, the pressure, the stress. Everybody, even the happy idiot that I am. I feel it too. And so just please, reach out to people and we'll talk you through it and you'll be fine. And the sun will come out tomorrow, for Christ's sake. And as long as there's enough, for me, I say everybody, if there's enough wine and drugs, I'm not advocating drugs. I don't want to advocate any of that. But, and my people that are, AA people, please, don't fall back into the bad ways. Stay focused, stay strong. Don't demon rum, forget the demon rum and the demon drugs. But for me, when it's all said and done, I'm going to be a fat alcoholic, and that's the way it goes. No apology. I make no fucking apologies. This is life for me. And please support this group because without theater people, without the actors, singers, directors, writers, composers, we have such a wonderful community in Central Florida. life is horrible and sad and miserable, and we need this. And so if our fellow people are out of work, they need this money. So please donate. I told my son, my 29-year-old son, I mean, it goes on deaf ears, but I text him and said, please, you know how to do all this stuff. I do everything snail mail. If I'm going to write you a check, I'm going to write you. I said, please go on the website. Christ only knows whether he did it or not, but I said, donate some money, however, Venmo, whatever. Do send them some money, because we need to do this. We're all together, and we need to help one another out. And whatever I can do, I'm in Lake Mary losing my shit every day and night. And, but I'm here. I'm here for you people. So.
All right. So find her on Facebook if you need her, folks. Carol, it's always a delight to talk to you. Thank you.
So informative.
For giving me your time. I want to thank your sister Barb and your nephew Jason for getting you hooked up on the call, because I know you're useless in that area. But thank you so much. We love you. Goodbye.
I love you. Bye bye, you guys.